Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Movie Chats with Ant and Rye. This week, we are taking a bite into the latest Dracula film, directed by Luc Besson. It's Dracula, A Love Tale, starring Caleb Landry Jones, Zoe Blue, or Zoe Arquette, I think she's really called, and Christoph Waltz is in it as well. This is another take on the classic Dracula tale. And I think it takes a lot of stock from Francis Ford Coppola's 1992 Dracula. We'll go into it. So we've got back in the day of the 1400s, Vlad is married to Elizabetha. She dies. He's heartbroken. He vows vengeance against God, and this causes him to become a vampire. And then it cuts to 400-500 years later, and it's the present, air brackets, present day tale. The big issue I had with all of this was the character Elizabetha is not in the novel. She's an imagination of Francis Ford Coppola. So the entire inclusion of Elizabetha is just a rip-off of that 1992 movie. And it's just it's a blatant rip-off. From there, you can't really go to say, oh, this is an original take. Well, it's not.
It's not. There is some elements that are a little bit different, but it's funny because we did Nosferatu a few weeks ago, and at least Nosferatu, to its credit, tried to do something quite different. But I think it was a remake from the movie from the 30s, which was different anyway, but it was not taking from so much of the Coppola's Dracula.
And even just the photo you've got behind you of that horrendous wig, and
it's a wig, right? It's just like, if we want to go into a bit more of the positive, is Caleb Landry Jones, I have to say, pulls it off, right? You put him in a very bad wig and some very questionable artistic choices. And I think he's giving it its all. And because he has a bit of an atypical face, it suits the character of Vlad, of being a vampire, of being this creature that's been around for 400 years. I like this performance.
Yeah, and he does kind of creepy kind of well, like in Knit Ram.
Oh, like quite unhinged.
Yeah, right? So, he was good. The rest of the cast, I don't... So, Zoe Arquette, who plays both Elizabetha and Mina, I forgot who she was after I watched the movie. She's just... She's not very memorable to me. I'm sorry to the actress, and I know that's a horrible thing to say, but there was just nothing really about her performance that really went wow. At least with, again, Nosferatu, you had Lily Rose Depp. She was great.
Good.
Lily Rose Depp was really good. And even, let's go back to the 1992 movie, Winona Ryder. Very memorable.
You would remember her,
You remember her. I don't think this is going to hold that kind of pop culture kind of remembrance.
No. The entire movie is not going to go being remembered. It's, if anything, it's a bit of popcorn movie.
Yeah.
But I don't even have the feeling that she was that much in the movie. If I have to be fair, I don't really remember a lot of scenes. I remember her friend a bit more, who was a vampire. I mean, absolutely not subtly written, but you remember her.
Oh,
that's also something.
For sure.
Yeah, the way it's written. Look, again, coming back to the Nosferatu review, I think one of our main issue that we had is you take a very long time to tell a very simple story, and we don't really understand how this curse really works, but they were going for the atmosphere and the visuals and the acting and a lot of good things in Nosferatu. In this one, the story is a lot more linear, even though it's definitely more of a ripoff of the Coppola's movie, but there is a lot of things happening. They are not really going for the atmosphere. The atmosphere is really lacking in this movie. And the way it's written, it's really not subtle. It's very heavy-handed.
Yeah. And there's even things like character of Jonathan. We'll go into this in a second. So he's arrived at Dracula's castle, has his kind of all these moments with Dracula, escapes. And then it's like a click of the fingers, he's back in Paris. And it's like, I'm sorry, you were in Romania and now all of a sudden you're back. Like, he's still in the same wet, sweaty.
By the way, in this movie, Romania has a border with France, which is quite comical. I even had to Google it, even in the time where countries were much bigger, and it never in ever in the history of the world has France had a border with Romania.
Like, aren't there
That
like
was quite funny.
three or four? There's like 3 or 4 countries between them right now, isn't there? It's like, how does he? How? And I'm sorry, he was there, and then he's still in his wet clothes, like, coughing on the. Hey, what? You were just duh. And there's a scene where Mina's talking about how she was at the wedding of Maria, and Jonathan was there. Wasn't he supposed to be with Count Dracula at the time? And she's like, so hang on a second. Has he left Paris to go to Romania in a day, and he's escaped a day later? One thing that bothered me as well, I found it was too safe with the gore and the violence. There's a battle at the beginning of the movie, and then there's obviously the battle at the end. Like, not an ounce of blood was spilt during both those battles.
No, it's funny. Look, I'm just going to go into Luc Besson. As a director, I think he has done great things. He has done less great things. But when I'm thinking of him, I'm thinking what he's very good at. He's very good at fantasy. I'm thinking The Fifth Element, for example. Visually, absolutely beautiful. And I'm thinking action scenes. A lot of his movies are thrillers and actions. And when you have touches of actions, when at the end there is the battle in the castle, when they're all fighting, this is where the movie comes alive a little more, right? On the visual aspect, I don't know if he was thinking, okay, this is a movie that's supposed to be a bit more gothic and atmospheric, so I'm not going to go into my very modern visual style, and he held back, and that hurt the movie. But it was lacking a little bit of identity, even by Luc Besson standards.
Yeah. And I don't know if it knew what it wanted to be. Like, it was, is it a gothic horror? Is it a love story? Is it a comedy? Because I found there were actually times where I was laughing out loud. I found it hilarious. There's a scene where Dracula's trying to kill himself when he's first curse, and he can't kill himself. There's the perfume scene where he's in a room and all the women are just drawn to him. There's the scene.
Scene as well. Have you seen the movie The Perfume, A Story of a Murderer? It's a book as well. And basically, this is a story about this guy who is born without a smell, but is very sensitive to smell. And he starts to distill a lot of things to extract the essence. Eventually, he kills humans that he thinks their smell is attractive, to dilute it in little bottles. And I'm like, okay, so are you stealing not only from the Coppola's movie, but also from The Perfume? And then there was also in the castle all those gargoyles, which are very poorly done in CGI. That was from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, is that what it was? Right. I was trying to recall. I was trying to think what was that reminding me of? Was that? Is it The Wizard of Oz with the flying monkeys? Is it? But no, it was obviously
It was very strange.
That was the one that I just thought was just. I don't know if they were going. I think it was unintentionally comedy, but when they decapitated Marie, and she's still strangling Christoph Waltz's character, and there's all this blood.
That was funny. I think that was
funny,
intentionally funny, because that was actually pretty funny. But it's weird because even when he tries to kill himself and he jumps from the window over and over and over again, that's comedy, right? But you have only 3 comedic scenes in a 2-hour-long movie. It's all right. Where are we going there?
I tend to be a bit more critical when I don't like a movie. I tend to be more nitpicky when I just sit there and go, "Oh my god, I don't like this." I'm finding myself. I find faults where there are no faults, or there might be faults, but it just
all right. You're a big guy on music in movies. I actually really enjoy the score.
Danny Elfman, you could tell straight away. It's like there's a few scenes where you're like, Danny, that's so Danny Elfman. You just loved it. Yeah, I really liked his score.
I really liked it. This is one of the first times, because usually the score is part of the atmosphere. I can tell if it's overwhelming, underwhelming, but here I actually noticed the score. I was like, oh, this is quite bewitching. I will come back to it just to listen to the score, because it was actually beautiful.
Because didn't he do Send Help last week as well?
Yeah, he did.
He did. See, I found that was very, I won't say lackluster, but it wasn't memorable, his score in Send Help, because it wasn't he's got that gothic kind of score to him.
It's true.
Where he which when he's with Tim Burton, amazing. You just go, oh, Tim Burton, oh yeah, Danny Elfman. Yeah, you know that it's going to be, they work together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to pick on an actor here, and I'm sorry to the actor, but I didn't think you could possibly get a more bland Jonathan Harker than Keanu Reeves. But here we are. He was just, there was just nothing about him. I'm sorry. He was just there.
He was strange the way that, again, I don't know if it was supposed to be comedy, but when it comes to the cast, when obviously some very weird stuff are happening, and he's completely oblivious to us, and he's upbeat, and he's here to make a sale, to sell something to the Count. It's just like, wake up, dude. What's happening?
Right.
It's not only between him and Mina, there is no chemistry, but even between Mina and the Count, I'm not sure that I really buy their love story. It was okay, but maybe it's lacking some build up and it's lacking some emotional intensity, because at the end, when she's very sad because he dies, there is no emotional payoff for me. It's like, okay, well, the movie is wrapping up. Okay, she's sad. That's it.
I think it's just a film that just struggled to really stand on its own 2 feet. There took too much from Francis Ford Coppola's film, obviously the Perfume film. It just didn't know what identity it wanted to be. It wasn't a horror. I was never scared once, and just
it's definitely not really horror.
No.
Yeah. It's very strange that they made this movie knowing that, you get the original from Coppola, that's from the 90s, but not that long ago, Nosferatu was made. And here you have another Dracula movie just a few years later. It's a bit, timing is strange. I don't know why they greenlit so many Dracula movies at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, well, they have money that they want to blow. Give us some of the money. I wouldn't mind more money.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we get into the scoring?
Yes.
All right. I am going to give it a 2 out of 5. I didn't enjoy it. It was adequate at best. There's just too many errors to ignore. I love Danny Elfman's score though.
Yeah, 100%. I give it a 2.5, I guess, out of 5. Yeah, it was between a 2 and a 2.5. I'm just going to be a bit generous, 2.5. There's a couple of imagery that are nice acting. From Caleb Landry Jones, I think he's decent, even though I think he's not being given a lot to work with. He's got a lot against him, and still he makes it work. A few scenes that are okay. It's a questionable movie, but it's not rubbing me the wrong way 100%. So, you know what? I'm glad I saw it. Will I recommend it? Maybe not really. That's it.
There you go. All right. As always, we're going to put a link in the description to find this one.
Yeah, it's available on Netflix.
There you go. And as always, please let us know what you thought of this film. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And please share your thoughts in the comments. And we will see you next week.